Have you ever stopped to think about the invisible weight you carry every day? I'm not referring to the items on your to-do list, but to that deep, quiet feeling of being constantly wired, as if there were an internal alarm ringing softly, day and night. It's an exhaustion that sleep doesn't seem to solve. You lie down tired, but your mind keeps spinning like a carousel that won't stop. Perhaps you feel a knot in your throat, an irritation that comes out of nowhere, or that stubborn insomnia that turns the night into a battlefield. It's a state of constant alert, a subtle anxiety that has become your most frequent companion. If you identify with this description, know that you are not alone. This hidden pain, this burnout that affects your concentration, your mood, and, most importantly, your ability to feel at peace, has a name, and it is not a character flaw. It is, in fact, a sign of an overloaded nervous system, trapped in a protective cycle that was once useful, but which now keeps you hostage to stress. The body, in its instinctive wisdom, is just trying to keep you safe, but it has forgotten the way back home, to the safe harbor of calm. What happens is that your body has learned to live in fight-or-flight mode. Think of it as an accelerator pedal that has gotten stuck to the floor. When stress is chronic, and modern stress is a master at being chronic, coming from screens, deadlines, financial worries, and social expectations, your sympathetic nervous system kicks in. It's a marvelous and essential primitive biological response. Your heart races, blood rushes to your muscles, breathing becomes short and shallow, and your mind focuses on threats. It's what would make you run from a predator. However, today, the predator is the unread email, the news on TV, the morning traffic. And your body reacts the same way, releasing the chemical cocktail of stress, adrenaline, and cortisol. And here is the core issue. Your body and mind are an incredibly adaptive learning system. If you spend months, years, in this state of alert, the fight-or-flight mode becomes your default setting. It stops being an emergency response and becomes your baseline. It's like a radio permanently tuned to a loud, jarring frequency. Your body, in its biological innocence, has learned a dangerous lesson, that the world is a place where you must always be ready to fight or flee. But, what if I told you it's possible to teach your body to be calm again? That it's possible to unstick that accelerator pedal and gently step on the brake. The key to this lies in the other half of your autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, or, as we like to call it, the rest and digest mode. It is your calm agent, responsible for slowing down the heart rate, deepening the breath, relaxing the muscles, and telling your body, it's okay, you are safe. The challenge is that when the sympathetic system is running high, the parasympathetic system is silent. We need to intentionally give it a voice. This is not magic, it's neuroscience applied with kindness. It is the art of sending safety signals to a body that has forgotten how to interpret them. If you identify with this search for a deeper calm and want to understand how to reconnect with your body, consider subscribing to the channel. It's a simple step to continue learning to tread this path back home. The path to calm begins with something you do every moment, without thinking. Breathing. Think about your breath right now. Is it short, shallow, coming more from your chest than your abdomen? Breathing is the most direct bridge between your conscious mind and your autonomic nervous system. The stressed body breathes fast. The calm body breathes slow. When you are scared or anxious, your breath gets stuck high in your chest. This is what we call thoracic breathing. It's a biological response, so you can shoot or shout it's emergency breathing. But when you intentionally decide to lengthen your exhale, you are sending a powerful chemical and mechanical signal to your brain, saying, there is no predator here. We can relax. Try it with me, wherever you are. Sit or lie down comfortably. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Now, inhale slowly through your nose, counting to 4, feeling your belly expand like a balloon. Don't force it, just let it happen. And now, exhale, gently letting the air out through your mouth as if you were blowing out a candle, but even slower, counting to 6 or 7. Feel your belly flatten, relax. This small difference, the exhale longer than the inhale, is the light switch for your parasympathetic system. By prolonging the air coming out, you stimulate the vagus nerve, which is like the communication highway between the brain and most internal organs. The vagus nerve is the conductor of calm. When it is stimulated, it slows the heart rate and decreases the release of stress hormones. It's an act of gentle sabotage to your fight-or-flight mode. Do this for just a few minutes and feel the subtle warmth and softness that begins to settle in. Reprogramming is not just about what you do, but also about what you don't do. It's about pauses and micro-moments of safety. The stressed body hates silence because silence means vulnerability. It wants to be busy, always scanning the environment, looking for problems to solve. That's why we often find ourselves aimlessly scrolling through our phones or drowning in to-do lists, even when we are exhausted. It's a false sense of control. To teach the body to be calm, you need to create small islands of decompression. It doesn't have to be an hour-long meditation, it can be 1 minute. For example, when you finish a task on the computer, before jumping to the next one, close your eyes for 30 seconds, just 30 seconds. Let the silence of your mind settle. Feel the weight of your body in the chair, the temperature of the air on your skin. This is a practice called orientation, and it is fundamental for unlocking trauma and stress. The fight or flight mode keeps your attention focused on future threats, anxiety, or past pains, rumination. The tense body is always outside the present. By closing your eyes and feeling the ground under your feet, the chair beneath your body, the touch of your clothes, you are anchoring your awareness in the here and now, and the here and now, most of the time, is safe. It's a way of whispering to your brain, look, we are here, there is no danger right now. You can relax. The repetition of these small safety messages is what, over time, recalibrates your internal calm set point. Your body begins to expect calm, instead of expecting crisis. It's like training a muscle, but instead of strength, we are building resilience and internal quiet. Have you ever felt that subtle difference that touch or a minute of silence can make? Share it in the comments. Maybe someone reading needs your story to understand that this journey is real and possible. The work of nervous system reprogramming also involves emotional regulation through the body. Often, we try to think our way out of anxiety. We want to rationalize calm, but stress and emotion are not purely cognitive processes. They are physical. Anger is heat, fear is tightness, anxiety is tingling. When an intense emotion arises, our first reaction is often to suppress it, ignore it, or fight against it. But emotion is energy in motion. When we block it, it gets stuck, turning into chronic tension. To unlock this energy, we need to learn to allow and process the emotion in the body with safety. This is called somatic experiencing, and it is an act of courage and self-compassion. Instead of saying, I can't feel this anxiety, you can try saying, I am feeling this anxiety. Where is it in my body? Is it a tightness in the stomach, a pulsation in the chest, a numbness in the hands? The trick is to describe the sensation without judgment and with curiosity, as if you were a scientist observing a phenomenon in nature. If it's a tightness, describe its shape, its size, its texture. Is it hot, cold, hard as a rock, soft as clay, and most importantly, give the sensation space. Don't try to change it, just observe. What is fascinating is that when you give calm, non-reactive attention to an uncomfortable physical sensation, your nervous system registers it as safe. The sensation, which was a desperate cry for attention, begins to feel seen and, ironically, begins to transform. It can change location, intensity, or often, simply dissolve. You are literally teaching your body that it is safe to feel. And when it is safe to feel, there is no longer a need to be on guard. The fight or flight cycle weakens. Another pillar of this reprogramming is gentle movement and connection with the earth. The fight or flight mode accumulates a huge amount of energy ready for action. To run or fight, if this energy is not discharged, it turns into restlessness, tremors, insomnia, and muscle tension. You don't need intense exercise, which can, ironically, increase your cortisol if you are already exhausted. You need movements that nourish and discharge. Think of a slow walk, focusing on the rhythm of your feet touching the ground. This rhythmic, almost hypnotic movement is deeply regulating. It is the biology of the danger is gone, and now I can walk in safety. Sensory immersion is also vital. Your eyes, which have been overloaded by screens and artificial lights, need rest. Your body needs sensations of safety. Being in nature, even if it's just sitting on a bench and watching the leaves sway, is an act of regulation. Natural light, the sound of the wind, the texture of the wood, all these are safety data that feed the vagus nerve and undo mental rigidity. Similarly, warmth is a powerful signal of safety. A hot bath, a warm water bottle on your belly or chest, a hot tea in your hands. Warmth communicates comfort and the absence of danger. It is one of the oldest and most instinctive forms of self-care that the body recognizes, and upon feeling the warmth spread, the nervous system says, I can relax my shoulders now. It is these small acts of kindness that, when added up, rewrite your body's narrative. Our journey to calm is not a straight line, but a dance between tension and relaxation. There will be days when anxiety returns, when insomnia knocks at the door again, or when your fuse seems too short. And that is perfectly normal. It takes time for the body to unlearn patterns that have been reinforced by years of stress. Don't blame yourself. Embrace yourself with the same gentleness you are learning to extend to your breath. The ultimate goal is not to never feel stress again. Stress is part of life. The goal is to develop the capacity to return. It is the ability to feel the wave of stress begin, and instead of being carried away by the current, you choose to deploy your anchor. The lengthening of the exhale, the calming touch, the 30-second pause. You are swapping automatic reaction for conscious response. You are showing your body that you are the pilot and that it can trust you to bring it back to safety. Recovery from chronic stress is a revolutionary act of self-care in a world that values exhaustion. It is living proof that your inner peace is your greatest priority and your best tool for facing the world. You are not fixing something broken. You are simply awakening the innate calm that has always been there, dormant, waiting to be remembered. Always remember, your body is on your side. It is not sabotaging you, it is protecting you, just with an outdated map. By offering it slow breath, intentional pauses, gentle movement, and kindness, you are, one day at a time, giving it the new map. You are saying, the path back to calm is clear. We can go home now. Believe in the power of your own biology to heal and to calm itself. You deserve this rest, this softness, this peace. That is, in fact, your natural state. Keep practicing. Be patient with yourself. Calm is just an exhale away, and I will be here to remind you of that.